Thanks, Adrian.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm very sorry to announce that Greg has managed to join us.
Oh, rude.
Charmant, charmant.
So we can all start getting defensive. That's right.
Right. The vagaries of Tiscali and other IT systems. So I think we're in action now.
Right, actually. I'm going to turn my phone off, Adrian.
Yes, that's good because you're not talking to me on it anymore. I've turned mine off.
Oh, right, okay.
I can hear you loud and clear through Zoom.
Excellent. Right. Who are you going to show me first?
Well, I'm going to introduce you first. Hello, everyone. This is Greg.
Hello.
Hello.
Greg.
Hello.
So, Greg is a sometime member of our society, intermittent member, and a teacher of about six or more of them of our members. He's a very harsh critic.
Oh. You've no idea. How harsh.
He is going to review your contributions, but no, he'll do it very nicely and with a good deal of humour, I'm sure. So, Greg, would you like me to put the paintings up on the screen? Is that the easiest?
Be a great idea, actually, Edwin.
Yes.
If I describe them to you, would that help you know which one we're talking about?
Have you got an order you want to do them in?
Not particularly. No, it doesn't matter.
So
What I've done is I've printed out. Can you see?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I
And I've
can work from
numbered
that.
them just for my own reference.
Right.
So that's number one and so on and so forth.
Right. But
I think most of them have got the name of the person. I think
That's
there are some
right.
people who think quite a lot, but
Yeah, not all of them,
one
but I
person,
mean,
one
for
name,
instance, the
so-
first one with the boat
Yes. Don't
Yeah.
worry. I'll
has no name. It's a boat
that
with no
ruins
name.
that theory, doesn't it?
that's the only one that doesn't have a name there. So
I think you'll find there are some others.
Okay, that one you just showed me was from Peter Tam.
What was that, Peter Tam? Oh,
Yes.
I've come across him before.
He's,
No,
yes, he's
Peter
got-
Tam,
he's got another
okay.
I
picture
will
there.
share that in just a second. I'm just trying to maximize that. How do I get rid of
Right,
that?
Peter Tam. Refer to notes, Greg. Number 12 is Peter. 11, 12. Ha! Boat with red flag. Very easy. Right. Is Peter online? Or
Yes, Peter's there. Yep.
hello, Peter. Boat with red flag. I just called it that so that I know which one I'm talking about.
Right, you should all be
There
able
you
to
are.
see
It's
it
on
now.
screen. Very elegant, very clean, and very well executed piece. This pastel sky and distant mountain buildings contrasted by the strong colors in the foreground. Very nicely done. I particularly like the background. The boat is exquisite, but I like the background because it's almost like a stained glass window.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that the intention, Peter? Was that the intention? Hello, coming number 47.
Sounds like Peter's gone down the pub.
I have this effect on most people.
Well, I'm new, so be careful.
Okay, so that's really that particular piece is a good setup of colors that illustrate depth as well as this beautiful sort of spread of colors you get across the sky. Interesting, the little logs that are sunk into the sand. I like those. That's a great idea as a slipway. Okay, should we look into the next one I've got on my list here, Adrian?
Yes.
In Monet's garden.
Uh,
I'll tell you what that one is, the number for it. Monet's garden.
That's me. That's me.
Hello, it's me.
so I can't see the
Unusual
the
name.
people. So if you,
I don't know.
Me.
who's calling me?
In
It's
Monet's garden. Where's in Monet's garden gone?
I'm over 2,000 miles away. I'm in Cyprus.
Ah, yes, that must be
I got
Destiny.
it.
There it is. Right.
Now, this, I must tell you, this is the starring piece. I love that.
Oh, good.
Absolutely delicious
That
and
one.
tasty as well.
Mm.
Basically, you've got, I wish I could have seen it in for real rather than just a photograph, because there's
Right.
so much wealth of detail in there. And is that you doing the painting?
No, it was another friend, colleague, who we were a group together and we were painting in one of his gardens.
All right.
Was a-
Excellent. I really love that. Only one little suggestion I would make, and it is only a suggestion. What do I know after all?
Yeah.
Is if you look at the line of dark foliage, I suppose it's in the background just before the tree. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Above
yes.
that, the house and all the surroundings of that, if you dim
Yeah.
them down slightly more, you'd capture more space.
Yes, I
Do you know what
agree.
I mean?
I agree. I do know what you mean. It's
Yeah,
too
we'd send that back.
it's flat, isn't it? It's a little
Yeah.
bit flat. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yes.
Yeah,
I
just
can
to give
still
that
work on it because it's
more
soil.
distance.
Mm.
It's soil, so that I can improve on it. I think yes.
Oh, it just takes, a little bit
Yeah.
of playing around really till you get it right.
Yes.
And it's only right if you think it's right. Do you know
Yes,
what I mean? When
something
it
wrong.
comes down to it, that's what matters. 'Cause
Yes.
you're not doing it as a profession, I take it.
No, but I do sell.
You do?
I do sell here because we have exhibition. And
Oh,
I,
yes, I'm sure you do sell.
Yeah,
It's a very saleable style that you've got. Definitely. Obviously, there are things about the business world of art that are not
Yeah.
necessarily that good. There's a lot of,
Not so
what
much.
I say, gimmickry involved,
Yes,
which
yeah.
I personally don't like, and I'm glad I'm out of it. The
Can I
portrait you've
ask,
done
what
there
did
is
you paint
absolutely
it in?
beautiful.
It's soil.
Oh, it's
It's a-
lovely. So yeah, wow.
It's soil paint. Yeah.
Love it, love it.
Mm.
Thank
And the lilies, they have to be lilies if it's in Monet's garden, isn't it?
you. Well, yes, the water lilies. Yes.
Of course. And
Did you
this-
paint it all while you were there, or did you?
Yes, we did. We were there for 2 weeks,
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I'm so jealous.
Yes.
and I don't know if any of you have been there, but
No.
after you haven't on
Uh-huh.
Monday, the gardens are closed for the public, but only artists are allowed in.
Oh.
Ah, they're very colourful gardens there, if I remember.
Oh, it was absolutely beautiful. It was like
Yeah.
paradise.
Yes. You'll go
Yeah.
again there.
Well, I did go in twice.
That's lovely. Very, very nice indeed, Desi.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let's have a look at something totally different, if we may, Adrian. One
Yeah.
of the sculptures, please,
A sculpture.
by Glynis.
Glennis. Ah, yes. Which one?
Let's have a look at the cheetah.
Well, I'm glad you knew it was a cheetah.
Yes.
Right. Can you all see that?
No.
No.
Right. One sec.
I wish Julie painted this.
There it is. That's I can see now more of the cheetah than I can in my printout. Nice long legs, spindly, and just about to lick his paw by the look of it.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
I take it you've looked closely at cheetahs?
Well, they're one of my favourite animals, so I suppose I've,
lovely.
from Armando Mikala Dennis's days, I've sort of always,
I remember them.
yeah,
Wow.
always loved our animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
And,
only thing I would say about the cheetah's back
Yeah.
is it humps up slightly where the shoulder blade is, and then goes down a bit and comes up again.
Yeah,
If you look
you're
at a
right.
cheetah, that's the way
Yeah.
they're quite narrow at the neck,
Yes.
just before the hind legs. So they've got this bumping business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very, very
Could-
fast animal.
Could I
couldn't
ask that
catch one, I'll tell
everybody
you now.
could I ask that everybody who isn't Greg or the artist in question puts their
Whoops.
machine on mute,
Mute.
or so keep it on mute unless you're actually deliberately talking to us. Thank you. That'll cut them.
I was deliberately talking.
Yes, I said you're allowed. So
Well, I'm allowed to. Okay, thanks. Right, let's go on.
I thought that cheetah was just enjoying finishing off a meal of artist, but I could be wrong.
It obviously pinched an ice cream and was licking it off its paw.
It was such fun. It was such fun doing it. I've never heard of beeswax on copper armature before, and it was really
Oh,
fun
really?
doing it. You know, with
Yeah.
with a tutor. No,
That's
it was
right, you were
just
at Marion Vian School, yes?
Kate Denton. I don't know if you heard of Kate Denton. She used to live in Lee. She lives in Lavenham now. And
Oh,
she
right.
she did a week's course, summer course. And it was really hot. We had a Belfast sink full of water, and we had to put them all in the water all the time because they were melting because it was beeswax.
Right. Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sculpture's a tremendous amount of fun. I've done
Yeah,
a fair bit in my day,
Oh,
and I love it. I really
Yeah.
do.
yeah. So did I doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your cheetah. I think I think he's charming. You know.
Yeah.
And he's obviously lying down to lick his paw, so
Yeah.
you let him lie. Let cheetahs lie. All right. Can we move on to John Dawson's granddaughters, please?
One sec.
John Dawson's granddaughters. Two young girls sitting on a wall.
Yeah, it's coming up.
That's all. I am so pleased that picture is the whole thing, because on my printout it chops this poor young lady on the left in half.
Oh,
That what I was going to say is that basically she needs to come into the picture, but she obviously does. That's lovely. I love the expression on the face. Oh, that's lovely.
mm.
Beautiful. Similarly, again, if you want to capture more space, John, dim the background so it's slightly pastelized a bit, and that would send it further, because you're capturing actually a lot of space there between those young girls and those mountains.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's beautiful. Love that. Yes. Nice choice of colors too. Yeah, I can see foliage down the bottom there. Yes. Like your sky with the tumbling clouds. Yes, and a little hint of grey, so there's not much rain coming. No. Where were the actual young ladies?
Well,
Were they in
it's,
another country?
yes, in South Africa, in a
In
park.
South Africa.
Yes.
I thought so. The hills look sort of
Yeah.
not English. Yeah.
That's right.
That's beautiful. Very nice indeed. You've certainly got the way of doing the skin down to a T. Yeah, love it.
That took a long time. That's the thing. I fiddled with things for ages.
How long do you reckon it took you to paint it?
Oh, about 3 months.
About 3 months. Ah.
On and off.
And what medium were you using?
Oil.
Oils. Right. And if I might ask, let's have a little look. The book, for instance, the detailing on that, how big is this painting?
Oh, it's that big. That big.
It's that big.
I don't know. It's 40 by 30, I think.
Oh, so it is a fair size.
Well, yes, it's that big.
40 inches by 30, yes?
Well, no, not inches, centimeters. Sorry.
Feet. Is it feet?
Centimeters.
Not 40 feet, no.
No. Quite small.
Centimeters, maybe?
Yeah, centimeters. Sorry. Yes. Well, yes. 40 by 30. That's a foot by 18 inches.
Yeah, that's all right. But you must have very good eyesight to be able to see that book.
Well, it's it's a book of birds, and because they were bird spotting, and so those are all birds down the side with little descriptions.
Wow. See, I'll have a look at it again really closely. It always reminds me of Spendlay. You know Spendlay, the artist?
No,
Very famous artist for doing books and what have you.
Hmm.
And he gets all the tiny detail in. Amazing. Well done. I think that's just marvelous. I love that painting. Thank you very much, John.
Thank
All
you.
right, I want to move on to Joyce, if I may. Joyce Brown, a tree overhanging a pond.
Yeah, hi Greg.
Hi, is that you, Joyce?
It is me, yeah.
Yeah, this is only me, nobody important. Tree over pond. Beautiful. Now, this little pink bit that's there, is that a bit of paper that's blown against the tree, or?
It's the tree. No, it was part of the tree that had obviously part of the trunk had worn away, and that was the inside.
Oh, right, so that's the native wood.
Yes, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It was actually at in Cheshire, Little Moulton Hall. I don't know if you know it. It's an old Tudor building, and outside you have a river that runs along, and I spotted the tree, and I just took a photo of it.
Right.
And then some months later, decided I wanted to paint it, which I did.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, you've done a good job.
Oh,
There's no
thank
doubt
you.
about that. Like the fallen leaves all over the grassy verge.
Yeah, that
And
was
the
yeah.
way the tiny branches are dipping into the water.
Mm,
That's excellent.
thank you.
The only one suggestion, and it is
Yeah.
only one.
No, it's fine.
You see the nice yellow flash you've got between the two trunks,
Yes.
a distant ground, if you like.
Yeah.
If you put a little bit of that really bright yellow on both sides of the tree, it
Right.
helps to enhance the distance. It's a funny thing, but that's the way it
Okay.
works.
No, that's good. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, just a touch on so that it occurs on both sides.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must
Yeah.
have taken you ages to do those fine branches.
It took me several weeks on and off. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But it didn't take me as long as some paintings have, to be quite honest. I think I just really enjoyed doing it. I loved doing it.
Yeah,
Just
you're
something-
obviously a lady who likes detail.
Yeah, I do love detail.
Yeah, same here.
Mm,
I'm hooked on it.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Sometimes
beautiful.
it's
Look at that close-up view.
Yeah.
Was that you, Adrian?
Yes.
Well done. Thanks.
Thanks, Adrian.
Oh, yes, I can see that bit of bare trunk that
Yeah.
had the bark taken off.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice.
Mm.
I noticed no sharks in the water, though.
No, no sharks. No,
Distinct
no. They
absence
do
of shark.
disappear. Sorry?
Yeah. There's a distinct absence of shark.
There is. Yeah, they do disappear.
Yeah.
That's
It wouldn't have helped the painting, really. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank
Right,
you.
I'll move on, if I may.
Thanks, Drew.
Okay. Peter Tam. Peter, are you there? And I'm looking at this one here. Oh, that one there. Can you see it with the, no, you can't see it. It's that one there. It's a denuded
Yeah.
tree with panels of color in the background. Adrian, are you there? Hello,
Can you hear me?
just about.
No, I've got internet troubles. I've got internet troubles for some reason, which is very
Oh,
unusual.
have you? Oh, right.
Yes.
It's a
Paul, have you got a
denuded
copy of the
tree.
pictures?
I have, yes, I can.
Spiky
If I
tree
reboot, are you
with
able to take
different
over?
colours of blue in the background.
Let's give it a go.
Okay.
So, okay, so we're looking for Peter Tam's picture.
Yeah.
I'm going to reboot and I will
BAS01
rejoin you in
JK.
a second.
Please bear with me. I'm almost there. There we go. I hope you can see that.
That's the one. That's spot on. Excellent. Are you there, Peter?
Peter is here with us,
Oh, Peter's here.
but he's,
Hello, it's Greg here. I'm looking at your painting, the one we can see on the screen, and I love the way you've patched the different shades of blue. It's rather interesting because if you stand back from it and look at it, they could almost be areas of foliage. The fact that, ignore the fact that they're blue, they could almost be areas of foliage that have been linked to the fine branches. And just one of those things, quirky look at it. And I love the trunk with the different bits and pieces you've fed into there. And the best bit for me of all of it is the distant hills, which have no outline on them at all. And they're basically responding against the sky. And I think that's beautiful. Have you been painting very long, Peter? Hello?
Peter has difficulty hearing, so
Oh, does
unfortunately,
he?
yeah. So, but he is with us and he's watching. So,
Okay.
so
Yes. So that really is that one. It's rather beautiful and rather quirky. And I'm particularly fancy quirky things.
oh,
All right, Peter. Keep painting. You're doing a wonderful job.
but as you say, Greg, they're wonderfully clean lines, aren't they? And
Very clean lines.
it's almost like
And the dimness of the horizon in the background, as I say, allows the space to be captivated behind it. Yeah, and even on the grassy verge, it's got the dark one, two dark areas, and then light green behind it. That's perfect. One of the things about impressionistic style of art, which is really what this is basically that it explains itself. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to stress that point. You can just look at it and you see it for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd never say that was an elephant for a start. It's
Yeah.
definitely a tree.
Let me just, Greg, just for your
Yep.
reference, I'm going to try and that's Peter there.
Oh, that's Peter. Hi,
Peter,
Peter.
yes.
How are you? I hear you have hearing problem the same as me. Do you?
He's
Do
muted
you
at the
have a
moment.
hearing problem the same as me? Yes? I can't hear.
No.
Okay, I've done it now.
Oh, right, if that's it.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit hard of hearing,
So
and
am I, Peter. So
and
am
I can't really understand what you're saying.
Oh.
So I hope it's not too bad.
Oh, it was terrible. Oh, it was I loved your painting.
Yeah,
I loved it. And I liked the colors
yeah.
and the way that their variation of tone.
But I like to experiment. You know, I've done that painting you just showed. I've
Uh-huh.
done a fairly normal painting of that. It's a tree
Uh-huh.
in Beckenham Place Park.
Oh, is it?
And after that, I started experimenting and playing about with it. And I rather enjoy doing that sort of thing. It's
Excellent.
the same thing with a boat, which you showed right at the beginning.
Yes.
It's the same sort of thing. I can do normal pictures as well. But I like to experiment and have a bit of fun. And sometimes it comes off, but many times it doesn't come off. Anyway, there we are.
But it's worth the try. Very important that you try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Anyway, thanks for your patience.
Okay. Right. Keep painting, Peter. Keep painting.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Greg, you should also know that Peter's a great photographer, which may explain some of his
That
approach to
explains a
things.
lot. A very good photographer, Peter. Yeah, I think he's got. Right. Richard Walden,
Yep.
Aphrodite.
So, Paul,
Two
do you want me to
figures?
take over again?
If you could, David, yes.
yes,
We're
please,
after
David.
Richard Walden.
Yeah, Richard isn't with us
Isn't
in this
he?
meeting at the moment. No, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame, because I wanted actually to do two of his, but there you go. All right, I'll move on to something else. Nelly, lightning tree. Nelly, lightning tree.
Stop me when we get there. There,
That's it. There, that's the lightning tree.
That one.
The back of it.
That one.
There,
There we are.
that one, the one with the tree. Yeah, that's it. Poif. Right, are you there, Nelly? Hello.
I'm just. I don't think Nelly
No,
is.
that looks like Paul. It doesn't look like Nelly.
No, I
What made you
don't.
change
No,
your name, Paul?
no, it doesn't look like Nelly is with us actually.
Oh, that's a shame. Okay.
So,
Nishad. Nishad, Rio Seco Falls. Now that's Paul's. Rio Seco Falls. That's it. No.
It's that one,
Yeah,
I think.
that's it.
Yeah.
Right, there's again lot more picture than I had on my little printout. Yeah. The one comment I was going to make on it is you couldn't see enough in there, but of course now I can. I can certainly see a lot more. And the waterfall doesn't quite leap out at me. Not that I want a waterfall to leap out at me, but it would be good if it was sort of more constructed. Nishad, are you there?
no, I'm afraid he's not here either at the
He's
moment.
not here either.
No, he's
All right, I'll move on.
but it is interesting to get some views on some other pictures. So don't be.
It is.
Yeah.
Right, there's somebody called Paul, what's his name? Paul Stringfellow. Have we got any of his work at all?
I don't know who he is.
There's a lovely one with the stream in the winter. That's the one there.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's it. Perfect. Beautiful touch. Beautiful touch. I love the branches with the snow just catching them, and the stream with the foliage with snow on it. You can see that snow attaching itself to the foliage. Beautifully done. And it almost looks as if it leads around to the side there, into the distance. Is that what you were doing, Paul?
Yes, indeed.
Into the
Yes,
distance,
yeah.
curling it round?
Yes, indeed. Yes. The river disappears in the background. Yes. Yeah.
And I like the way you've left this bank that's off to the right-hand side, the distant bank, indistinct. Love that, because that helps with the capturing of space. Another thing you could have done, if you wanted to, may not have been there in reality, but these posts to the left, standing upright, the fence posts, maybe make one larger or taller, and then gradually go down as they go further away from you.
Yeah, I can see that.
What do you think?
Yeah, give it a bit more perspective. Yes.
Give it a bit more perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got lovely effects on the water. I like that. That looks as if you can almost see underneath it. So that must be a sheet of ice almost on there.
It wasn't at the top. It was just still water.
It's very still water.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be ice in a few months' time. It'll get to being ice. No, that's lovely. And particularly like the bottom right-hand corner foliage, which is bending away from us, which helps. You know, it balances the painting out. It's going mishmash this way and that. And a nice bit of detail dropped on that. Excellent. Well done, Peter.
Thank you.
Well done, Paul, I should say. I could just christened you a different name. All right. Shall we move on to somebody else who might be here? Let me see. Liz, is Liz here?
Liz is here. She's just muted at the moment.
There we
She's
are.
muted.
I think
Right.
I'm there. Yes, yes, I think I'm here. Yes, here I
Good.
am.
Nearly there.
Right.
I don't have a picture on my screen at the moment.
No, it's coming in a second.
Right.
There it is.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes.
That's
there
the
we are.
big, that's the painting, yes.
Yes, yes.
It's almost like a number of illustrations. Is that what you were intending to do?
Well, it was Beckenham Place Park, and it was during the
Uh-huh.
first lockdown, and you know, to walk around the park was an absolute lifesaver. So I did
Uh-huh.
several little on plein air type sketches, and then eventually I kind of put them all together.
Added a bit of colour.
Pastiche type,
Yes.
you know, sort of vistas of Beckenham Place Park. Put them all together. So redid them, put them all together. But
Yeah.
you know, that
I
part
recognise that, yes.
was an absolute lifesaver, sort of physically and mentally at the beginning when you'd no vaccinations and you'd no idea where the whole thing was going.
Yeah.
So
I think lots of people felt like that.
so you know, a lot of memories there, really.
I like the ducks near the front there on the right-hand side.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
got a few of those. Perspective, you've done a curious thing. You've played with perspective. Yes?
Yes, I don't know. I don't know. It was sort of patchwork, I suppose you might say. But
Yeah. That's why I said at the beginning about it, illustrations. Do you know what I mean? Where you have little pictures all over the place.
Yes, that's right.
Each one is a picture in itself.
Yes, I mean, I don't normally do anything like that, but I have since then. I've done one or two different places in the same kind of mode, you might say, and you know, it seems quite effective as a.
It's employing your imagination, really, isn't it?
Yes,
You've got real things that you see, and you've applied some imagination and moved them around into various different areas.
Yes, yes, assembled them
And it works.
in a way which I hope was, you know, made a reasonable composition.
And because it's locked down, there's nobody there.
No, I'm not big. I'm not good at figures.
Apart from the ducks, of course.
Yeah.
That's lovely. I think I had tea up there in that building on the top on the right.
Yes.
I don't know if they still do teas and coffees there.
A local park, and it was, you know, lifesaver.
Yeah. That's lovely. I like it.
Thank you.
All right.
Adrian, is there any reason why the image keeps being blocked by black?
Yeah,
Yes, it's Adrian's fault. We're blaming
it's
Adrian
all
for
my fault.
everything.
Yes, I'm struggling to be able to watch Greg and see the painting, so I can line them up properly.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Right. Now, Ian will be around here somewhere. Marked him off. Ian Masters.
Here
That's
it is.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I was
Is
wondering
that
whether
Ian? Hi,
too
hi
green.
Ian. Greg here. Absolutely beautiful. Seriously.
Oh, good.
I admire it. It is fantastic. It's got all the elements you would want to have in viewing a lane. It looks as if it might have rained a little bit on the foreground there. It was one of those days, wasn't it, when we get a splash or two.
Yeah.
But I particularly like the way the shadows are coming through those trees and just catching on this side. Yeah. Oil, I take it, yes?
Acrylic.
Yeah.
Acrylic. Very similar.
Should
in
probably
effect,
be about 1.5 inches thick because Dad has done it so many
Only
times.
1.5 inches. I was hoping for 2 inches.
Birds have
Well.
come, birds have gone,
I've had-
fishers, all sorts of things have happened on this
I
painting.
noticed Twiggy on the right-hand side. Yes?
Yes.
You remember Twiggy?
Yeah, yeah.
She's on the right-hand side there. Very good. And the light of the yellow in the distance, it just gives it almost an air of mystery. Yes, I like that. Like that a lot.
Oh, good.
You've obviously sold millions, Ian.
Oh, I have, well, not millions, hundreds.
Enough.
Thousands.
Enough to keep you in the lap of luxury and
No.
your daughter.
This was years ago, 50 years ago.
I don't believe it. No. Yesterday it was. So have you got any projects on the go at the moment?
No, just
Time to get out those
paint
paints.
one an afternoon. So,
Yeah, they are coming a sort of one a day.
One a day.
Well,
You are falling into the trap that I have been in for years. I have in my studio 500 odd paintings and
Yeah.
about 4 or 5 sculptures. Simply because I refuse to have an exhibition.
Yeah.
So don't overdo it, Ian.
No. I never overdo it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Thank you very much. That's lovely. Who have I got that I haven't seen? Oh, Janet Barfield. See you.
Yes, I'm here. Nice to meet
Oh,
you, Greg.
how are you, Janet? How are you?
All right, yeah.
Can you see me all right? This is.
Yep.
They haven't come up to yours yet.
Very vibrant
Yours
one.
is the orange.
Oh, there we are, there we are.
That's it. There,
Yeah, that's it.
with the path going down into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was a bit of a departure for me because with lockdown, the first version we had, I
Yeah.
felt that I couldn't go out and draw, which is my favourite thing, to be on plein air. So I
Ah.
started using reference photos, and this was taken by my niece. It's somewhere in the Lake District or Scotland.
Ooh,
And I
plan.
just loved the photo. Asked her if I could paint it, and surprised myself with how much I enjoyed painting from a photo. Because usually
it has
avoid
got a lovely touch to it because you've used light strokes and you've just dabbed and dabbed to your heart's content,
Yeah.
and it has produced a beautiful effect.
No, thank you.
And that launching down into the painting works extremely well. And you picked a beautiful purple for the mountains, which is a complementary color for orange, of course.
Yeah,
And when you have an orange sky, a purple against it almost adopts a little bit of that orange.
yeah.
So it's absolutely beautiful.
It was a stunning picture to start with, and I was pleased when I sent her a copy of what I painted, that she said she liked it, because I prefer to have seen it with my own eyes and have taken my own photo. So I was pleased she was happy with
Yeah.
it. She saw it and walked through it.
So if you took your own photographs, you would take full ownership of it then, wouldn't you?
It's more that I remember what I felt like, whether it was windy, midges,
Yeah.
all of that, as well
It
as
looks as if it's a bit like that.
yeah.
Yes, it's lovely.
Thank you.
So how many copies of it have you sold so far?
None of those. But I did sell my first painting really properly with Deborah's help setting up the exhibition in Beckenham
Oh,
Place
right.
Park back in August. So yes, I haven't
Oh,
actually
that-
put that up for sale yet,
congratulations.
but perhaps I should.
Yes, I think so.
It
Using
was
that
interesting. It's a
technique
very
too.
different style to the paintings that Janet had in the BPP exhibition, because they were very plein air, urban looking sort of thing. So this is great. It's just such a different.
It's good to have variety, isn't it? I mean,
Oh.
variety is the spice of life.
Yeah, you haven't seen
Love
nothing yet.
variety.
This is the tip of a very large iceberg.
Well, congratulations on your sale anyway.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
congratulations. There will be the first of many.
Let's hope so.
Right. I shall move on if I may. Right, let's see. Mojadeh Shiraz. Mojadeh Shiraz? Mojadeh. Yeah.
Which one? She's got 3 or 4 in.
The one with all the shimmering across. not the spiky one. That one.
That one.
That's it. Spot on. Are you there, Moshe? Yeah. Hello.
Yep. No, I don't think.
She's not. Oh, it's a shame.
Sorry.
Well, I'll talk a little bit about it anyway.
Yeah.
With that sort of impressionist painting, the choice of colors is very important, so that they play off against each other and produce at least an emotion or an effect. This particular one is almost too much of one shade and not enough of the others, or not enough depth of the others to make a visual impression. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it comes to it, that sort of thing, it doesn't have to be an illustration of anything because it is an impression, but basically it needs to create some sort of impression. That looks like very much like Adrian. Is that a portrait of Adrian? It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
I recognize his bow tie.
Oh,
So that's about that one. I don't know how many more I've got. Let me have a quick look, because most of the people are unfortunately not there. I'll have to do another one of Deborah's, if I may. Can I do another one of Deborah's? The one with the musical notations on it. There, that one. That's perfect. And it answers my question. You there, Deborah?
I am.
All right. When I saw it in the copy I got, the right-hand side of the pillar of the archway was cut off.
Yeah.
And I was going to say some of the musical notations on the right-hand side would help.
Yeah.
But of course, you've already got them. They're there.
Yeah, I think with this one, what I originally meant to put it into the Beckenham Place Park exhibition, but I didn't finish it in time. I think what's happened is that what I wanted really to do was to have the figures at the back opaque, and the doors and the sort of arches as you went into the door to be more transparent. But you know how it is, you get carried away, and it's acrylic, so there's no scrubbing it off. So
you get carried away, don't you?
I think I may well redo this. It's a photograph of Beckenham Place Park with the first exhibition we did there. There was a string quartet playing, so that was the intent, was to get the layers going in, but to keep.
How did you produce this bubbled effect?
PVA glue.
Very skillfully done, if I might say.
Yeah, the paper has buckled when I've glued it to the board, so that's all.
Is there a light just between these doors and the other doors above?
Yes, there is an electric light up there.
There is.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It's a shame. It would have been, in a way, better if that was off.
Yeah.
That you get straight through to those, and this light blaze at the bottom would make more sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that it may be turned off in the next version.
Maybe it was a black light.
Sorry?
A black light, maybe.
Yes.
Creating that
light was off.
shadow. Of course it was. We can make up almost anything when you've got an imagination.
Absolutely. It's a painting, not a photograph.
That's right. Exactly. I keep telling my students that basically, if you want to put a mountain there, you put a mountain.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's lovely, Deborah. I like that. And I like the detail bit in the far distance. And them playing the wrong notes. I can see that.
Yeah.
Right.
It is a Tchaikovsky symphony and a string quartet. It doesn't really mix, but as I don't read music, who cares?
Oh, I hope there's a cellist there, because I love cellists.
I think
Could
one
you
of them is
remember?
a cellist.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a string quartet, there'll be a cellist there. Do you mean you love cellists or you love cello music?
I love to listen to cellists. My wife is within hearing distance.
Well,
I can't say things like that.
I'm an ex-cellist. I've just
Oh, are you?
wondered.
Oh,
yes.
Sorry, Adrian, I don't fancy you.
No, thank goodness, yes.
Yeah, what there was actually was an 18th century battlefield reenactment group firing muskets just outside the door. So,
Oh, right.
So they were playing the
That would have
1812
started you.
symphony, were they?
That's what it sounded like.
I just noticed you've got some of the notations on the floor too. Some of the notes,
Yeah,
the quavers and
the aim was to
semi-quavers.
try and make it transparent. It's just I got carried away.
Ah, transparency, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just completed a drawing called The Transparent Cat. I had
Hmm.
great fun doing that. Not many cats you see nowadays are transparent, but mine is.
Was it playing the cello? That's the question.
Well, he would have liked to. Oh, right. I must move on. I've got nobody else.
Just to give you
There
a
doesn't
head,
appear to be anybody else.
just to
Oh,
give you a heads up.
Yes,
Greg.
I could do another one. That one there. But go back one. Go back one, Adrian. That one there illustrates everything I've been saying about distance. It's got the receding lines. It's got a sharp, contrasting, beautiful red flowers in the front, and it's got a donkey head on, disappearing into the distance, with a lady tethered to him by the look of him. I think the donkey is taking the lady for a walk. I believe so. Can you see that? But it is illustrating the distance, and it's a perfect, it could be an illustration in a book. It's that good. I like that. What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yes, I really love it. I mean, I like.
I believe there's another lady hiding to the left. Am I right?
Yeah, just to give you a heads up, Richard Waldron has just joined us. He's got a number of pictures there. We've got
I
Beth.
don't have one of his. Oh, Richard, yes.
Yeah, we've got
Let's
Beth,
see.
who's did the first couple of pictures there, and we've got Eleanor Howard as well with us.
Oh, Eleanor Howard, yes. That's an interesting one. That's the head with all the writing on it. That one there.
Yep.
The blue one.
And the
That's it.
octopus, yes.
Right. Elena, are you there?
Hello, I am, yes. Hi, Greg.
You have got some imagination.
Thank you.
I wish I could read what you've got on all those slips of paper. What does it say?
I think you can zoom in and then you would be able to read it. So the
Zoom
idea
in.
is,
Oh, right.
as I was...
Concealed and tell the truth, stir the soul. It's an art. Can we look at things? Paintings don't feel easy. You read between the lines. The most intriguing, extraordinary, plenty of strange. And
So, yeah,
friend,
the idea-
brutally frank, saying we don't need art. The slippery slope, unprecedented. Yes, I get your point. Now, was the crackle background painted by you, or was it already there behind white with white painting on an orange background?
Yes, it is a crackling paste which I used.
All right.
I'm a big fan of this medium, so I'm trying to sneak it in on pretty much everything because I just love to see how you apply
You put
it.
it on quite thickly, yes?
Yeah, and you cannot predict how it's going to crack, but yeah, if you put it thick, it gives you the nice big pattern. So that's what I was going for here.
That's lovely. And the head of the figure looks more alien than human.
Yes,
Like, a bit
that
like a
was the
frog's
idea.
head.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. With the absence of eyes, he doesn't have any eyes. But yes, and there's fish, there's birds.
It is.
You can look at this for ages. I like it.
Thank you. I think that was the idea because I love keep on looking at it, and you don't have to read it in this particular order. You can combine those words in whichever way, and yes, it just brings different things to different people, and that's the beauty of this random stuff.
Oh, it's lovely. Oh, who's this one?
That's Eleanor's other one.
Oh, again, same thing with the
It's pretty much the same idea. So if you zoom in on the
wise octopus,
you can see that it's made. Yeah, octopuses are awesome. They're alien.
A
They
bit
have
of
great
collage there,
intelligence.
yes.
And, yeah.
It's keeping
And
a
then again, you
Pandora's
can pick
jar
up the
screwed
words.
tightly. Octopuses are very intelligent creatures, you know that.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's why I
very.
love them so much. Yeah.
I love the imagination, Alina. I love it.
Thank you, Greg.
It is fantastic. And if you speak to Adrian and Paul, they'll tell you I'm a wild, imaginative person. Keep going. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
It was Richard, wasn't it? We were missing.
Yeah, we've also got Beth who did the calligraphy, the couple of calligraphy.
Who's that? That one? Yes.
That's one
It's
of
like
them.
a book illustration.
I don't mind. I don't mind being missed. I don't mind at all.
being missed. Is that Beth, is it?
They were just cards for, well, one was for a friend who was ill and the other was a quote from a friend
That's
who
lovely.
made the quote. So it was just cards I made for them.
Beth, it's quite an art to do cards. It's not an easy thing. And I think that works very well. The only
Oh, thank you.
intriguing thing I find is the road or something that's going under the bridge. Seems to go up in the air.
Yes, it's supposed to be Oxford. It's the
Oh, is
symbol
it?
for Oxford, the city of Oxford.
Right.
Yes, and that's the Bridge of Sighs that they have in Oxford.
Oh, right. I see.
Yeah, so it's just a sigh underneath it, but nothing more.
But it's lovely that the scenery at the back is all pastelized, and you've got nice sharp colors on the side panels and the lettering, and that works very well. It makes it look as if you could step into it. I don't think you can, but it does look as if you could. Very well done. A book illustration is your forte, I'd say.
Oh, right. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah.
Similarly with this card, yes. Yes, hope. We all want a bit of that, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Mm.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Right. Sorry
Great.
to interrupt, guys, but I've had trouble finding the sound button. I can now hear.
Is that Richard?
Yeah.
It's
Hello,
Richard
Richard.
speaking.
How are you?
I'm
Right.
getting better slowly, thank you.
You've not been well?
Well, 6 weeks in hospital with COVID didn't help.
That's not good. I'm very lucky I avoided that. I'm looking at your one. That's the one.
Oh yes,
Aphrodite.
that was done in anger when I was cheated out of
Is anger
almost
in
cheated out
Wales
of
somewhere?
Crete.
Anger sounds
Cyprus,
like a place in Wales.
Sorry?
Anger sounds like a place in Wales.
Yes, that's Bangor.
I love it. Look, what you've got is you've managed to capture something. She is giving that sort of furtive glance at him, and he is looking very intent.
Well, it's seduction, isn't it?
It illustrates that moment in time
Yes.
very well. And
As
using
I said,
the blue
as
as an outline is certainly helping that.
It nearly cost me my home, so I was a bit angry at the time.
Oh, were you? Oh dear, that's not good. The necklace. That's the only real detail you've got there.
Yes, well, it's fairly loose in style.
Yeah.
It was based on the sort of Bob Gill type influence, really.
Yeah. It's got something, it reminds me of something. And I'm just trying to think of
Well,
Chagall in a way.
yes, could be.
You're not related to Chagall, are you?
No, not
That's
at all. And I'm not related to any artists actually at all.
No.
No.
Well, you're an artist in your own right.
My grandfather was a paper maker. Had a paper mill in Shoreham in Kent. But that's
not an artistic endeavor in itself, is it?
What, the paper mill?
Yeah.
Well, it's a home now, but he went bust in the war.
Oh, that's a shame.
There was no demand for handmade paper in those days.
Ah. I love your other one, Richard, the one with the girl and the white flowers.
Oh, yes, that was my sister at Monet's garden.
Yeah. That works extremely well. It's captured distance, it's got expression, and it's got these beautiful white flowers which draw the eye to them.
Well, I played with obviously played with the pattern of flowers, and swirls and things of that.
I guess you have a lot of fun with that one. Actually, I can see it.
It's very Van Gogh influenced, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it is a bit Van Gogh-y.
Hmm.
She is, of course, isn't. But
No.
the background and all the foliage and all that is definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it. Very good.
Thank you. And what about
Right.
what about my dragon that I did in fun?
Your yes, your letterbox. I hate to say this. I lived for a time in Australia, and they have letterboxes like that.
Really?
All painted up.
Oh,
Not as a dragon, but painted in various different colours and things.
Well, this
so
was-
this
this was-
immediately reminded me of it. I
This
love
is-
his tongue.
This
His
is my,
tongue is just
my
great.
daughter. This is my daughter's house in the States,
Oh,
and
really?
she had a mailbox, and I thought, and we had the 2 grandchildren there. I said, "Come on, I'm going to decorate your box."
I think it's great. It's a lovely, quirky piece. Are
Well,
you planning on putting it outside your house?
Well, the reason I put it forward to you is that it reminded me of Picasso's Women on Vases, which I don't
Oh,
know. if
yes.
you've seen.
Has that sort of look? He's got a little red flash in his eye.
Yes.
I see that. Yep. I don't know what make of dragon he is.
Oh, I don't know. I just invented him.
It could be absolutely. Being Welsh myself, I would say Welsh dragon, but he's not red.
Oh, Yaki Da.
Yucky da. Thank you, Richard. That was great.
You're welcome. Thank you for your comments.
Right, my friend. Right.
Are we moving on?
Colin Barnett's
We haven't got the other people we don't have by the look of it.
Greg, Colin Barnett's
Yeah.
with us. He hasn't actually submitted any pictures, but
Who is this?
I think I have got one of his. I think he may have just popped away from his screen, but if
What's his name?
Colin Barnett. Colin.
Colin.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If I can.
If you can get it on the screen, I can have a look at it.
Yeah.
Is that Colin? No, that's Peter. That's Peter Tam.
Hi,
No.
I'm here. I'm just adjusting my lighting inside the room here. It's starting to get a bit dark.
We're waiting to see Colin.
Yep. Sorry, bear with me.
It's 20 hours.
This is one of the portraits he showed us
Really?
some time ago.
That looks like that actor, Pacino, Al Pacino.
Oh, that's who it is. I thought I recognised it.
Is it Al Pacino?
It is, yes.
Yeah. And what technique did you use for that?
I used a watercolor wash for the background, and
Yeah.
then I used charcoal and chalk for the actual image itself. For the
Charcoal and then chalk.
Yes, I mixed the two,
Yeah.
combined the two.
Well, you've certainly got his rugged good looks there, haven't you? Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
It's
do we need
captured him.
Robert De
It's captured
Niro?
him perfectly. He looks like he needs to wash his hair.
Robert De Niro, not Al Pacino. Robert De Niro.
That's the one, Robert De Niro.
Mad then.
I was never any good at these things. Robert De Niro.
You can tell
I
by
said
the
Al
spot on
Pacino.
his forehead.
They're both Italian.
I could tell by his face. I was just getting sidetracked thinking, I'm sure that's not Pacino.
Yeah, it's not. You're right.
Robert De Niro.
That's
I know a
brilliant.
bit about art, but I know nothing about these people.
He wasn't the one that said, "You dirty rat, you dirty rat," you was it?
No, that wasn't the
No.
dirty rat. That was Mickey
That was a bit
Rooney.
further back in the 50s, I think.
Not Mickey Rooney, the other guy.
Dean Martin, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
No,
Dean
I think it
Martin,
was Mickey Rooney. I think it was Mickey
oh.
Rooney, actually, since you mentioned the name.
You dirty rat. It'll come to me.
James
I'm old.
Cagney.
Just give me
That's
concession.
it, James Cagney.
Said you dirty rat.
Who said,
Oh, okay.
You dirty rat.
Yeah, Cagney. Whoever said
James
that.
Cagney. You got
Yeah.
it. It's James Cagney. No, this has nothing to do with James Cagney. This is a beautiful piece of work here
It is.
and very, very carefully done, which is exquisite. I love the hair. The hair is great and the skin texture. You've even got his dimples in his chin. It's a lot of exquisite work there. Have you done many portraits, Colin?
Yes, that's my bread and butter. I noticed you've actually focused a lot on landscapes, but I mean my preferred subject matter is definitely portraits. I'm not sure why, but it's just portraits captivate me. I've dabbled in landscapes and seascapes as well.
Yeah,
but I really do prefer capturing the expressions on faces.
You've done that, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the challenge of making sure that everything's in proportion. I mean, you can see the squint on De Niro's left eye looking towards us. I mean, that sort of thing.
That's observation, you see.
Yeah,
good portraiture requires really good observation, and that's what you've got. You know, you've not missed a thing. There's absolutely everything there that needs to be.
Yeah, thank you.
You've not missed a thing. And I think even the little bump on his head, the little pimple he's got on his head is there.
And one on his cheek as well, on the right cheek.
One on his cheek. Yeah. No, portraiture. I'd stick to portraiture. You're a whiz, believe me.
Thank you.
I'll just quickly show, may I show one of your other portraits, Colin?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Certainly, I'd love to see.
Bear with me, Glenn, sorry.
Not as clear as the other portrait.
There we go.
All right.
See if you can guess who this is, Greg.
I've seen him on the telly, because it's Telly Savalas.
That's right. Yeah. the one and only Kojak.
Yeah.
The one and only Kojak. Who's looking at you, babe? Yeah. He sucks his lollipop.
No, who loves you, babe?
Who loves you,
Who
babe?
loves you, babe? That's it. Yeah. But that is lovely. That really is.
And who loves your baby?
Sorry. But it's a shame that they don't still do these movie posters. You'd be ideal for that. Absolutely ideal. Have you ever thought of that?
No. I mean, I really focus on commission work and just exhibitions as well. I mean, I've recently completed one of Serena and Venus Williams in the similar style to this. That went well. I mean, I did an exhibition on the 29th of August, bank holiday.
You will do very well.
Yeah, that went really well.
How do you?
I'm not. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest. It's faultless. There's nothing there that anyone could have a fault with. It's perfect.
Oh wow!
Absolutely perfect.
There's always room for criticism.
Yeah, it needs a bigger signature. There you go. How's that? on the portrait there, it's tucked in too far down. Put it more prominent. What do you think, Janet?
Quick question. We're still Colin.
Yes.
Yeah.
From people in front of you, do you like paint from life or from?
I mean, I'm trained. I'm trained at doing life drawings. I haven't done that for years, but I mean, when I studied art, that's what the course really consisted of, was just very loose drawings of nude models. That's how I trained.
I think if I can interrupt, I think what she means is, how do you get these commissions from people who are so well known?
Well,
I wish I met them, but those famous faces are from pictures, various pictures.
That's what I wondered, whether you.
Yeah, they're from photographs. I mean, I didn't fly over to Los Angeles and sit in front of Robert De Niro. No, as much as I'd like to, I didn't.
You need to be a better liar.
Colin, if Robert De Niro saw your portrait of him, he would pass the word. Believe me.
Oh, thank you.
He certainly would.
Maybe one
Take
day.
that from somebody who used to be in the film industry at one time. Hello, are we frozen?
Hi, sorry, was that a question?
No, it wasn't a question. I used to be in the films at one time.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, but not as an actor. I was doing the stunts, trying to kill myself and failed miserably.
Falling off the
Right,
wall
you-
and that sort of thing.
You also made one of the creatures for Star Wars, didn't you?
I did make one of the
Wow.
alien heads. Again, modeled on myself. The likeness was uncanny, I thought.
You always told me it was your mother-in-law.
You shouldn't have remembered that, Adrian. Well, that's been lovely, Colin. That's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed looking at those and giving you what little advice I can.
So what else have you done in your career?
What else have I done? Nightclub singer. I was terrible at that too. Well, I've done quite a few things.
You were a health and safety advisor when we
Health and
first met.
safety. Oh yes, yes. Did that for a few years. Health and safety inspector. People don't like that though. Even though it saves their lives, they still don't like inspectors.
I don't like to spoil your thunder, but I was a merchant navy navigation officer.
Really? Well, there you go.
And I was in jail in Venezuela.
What, visiting or
No, I was thrown in jail after being very drunk and getting a pole wrapped around the back of my head.
Oh dear, dear, dear.
So was the stunt work training for health and safety to say this is what you don't do?
Well, actually, no, because as a stuntman, you have to work out everything so that you at least survive to get your money.
That's true. Yes.
So you do things very carefully. It just looks dangerous.
Yes.
All right, there are some dangers involved, obviously. I mean, when you set yourself on fire, you may burn yourself. It's possible.
I'll tell you all a funny story. When I first met Greg, we had a class near the art shop in Bromley. And at one period, we had 4 or 5 teenagers joining us. And they were all great fun, quite mad. And I had a young boy of about 15 who started to show off as how strong he was. And his ancient, slightly tubby art teacher, if I may be so rude, just quietly started doing dips between 2 tables in the middle of the class. And after that, the young lad didn't say so
I was
much.
strong in those days.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't that long ago, was it? It was about 10 years.
2006, thereabouts.
Oh,
a bit long.
Well,
I must
more
have
than
joined
10
your class in about 2004, give or
Oh,
take.
good heavens.
Give or take a century.
Give or take.
Unfortunately, the art shop, if you're talking about Bromley, where the cinema is now
Yes.
just selling Portuguese food and pastries.
Yeah.
Very nice, but it's not an art shop anymore.
Well, we're
No, it's
talking
no
three
longer
three
an art
owners
shop.
ago.
Where
So
is the nearest art shop?
Online.
Online,
Online,
yes.
really?
Well, Smiths, of course. So
They do
sell
some,
Daily
yes.
Brownie. Yeah.
There's one in West Wickham, Greg. I don't know the
Oh
name.
no, I would never go there, I'm afraid.
No,
I went
me
once or
neither.
twice.
No.
I didn't find myself being welcomed.
Oh.
It was notorious for that. I don't know why.
Notorious for that, yes.
They sell.
Very, very miserable.
I thought that was usually reserved for bookshops.
Must have been a frustrated artist who owned it.
Yeah. The thing is, my studio is chock-a-block full of art supplies, as Adrian will tell you. So I don't think I need to get any more.
Oh, there's always more.
Oh yes. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. There's always more.
I can tell you a very short story. What I've done recently is, in my quest for cheaper frames, I'm buying frames from IKEA or Hobbycraft and getting some gilt paint and making them look completely different.
Oh, good idea.
Wilco.
I get ones from charity shops and redo them up.
Oh, that's what I also do, yes.
Yes.
That works very well and very cheaply.
Yes, £3.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to stick them back together because the joints are a little bit loose.
Yes,
But once you've done that, they're as good as new.
right. I used to get my stuff framed when I lived in Dorking with a chap in Leatherhead who was an ex-maths teacher, and he set himself up in his basement with a cutting machine and did frames for very reasonable prices. He's still
Yeah.
doing it, I think.
Prices have gone up though for frames nowadays. I mean, you go to a framing shop and ask them, it's almost twice the price they used to be.
Probably
Mind
because
you, I'm
rent.
talking of the 1800s, you know. Back then they were made of bone, I think. Oh dear.
Or did they come from the Tower, perhaps?
Yeah. They're left over from the Great Plague, I think. Bone. There you go.
Yes.
Right. So is there anybody else I've missed?
Yes, there is. I can't get it on screen. 1 second. It's why is that not working?
All my
Doesn't seem-
copious notes.
It doesn't seem to want to
Almost
let
a
me.
waste of time.
Can I ask while we're looking for that, what influenced your style yourself?
What? Sorry, I didn't catch
What
that.
influenced your style? Your own.
What's my style?
Yes.
I am the most multivarious artist you could ever imagine. Now, this one that's on the screen at the moment is by somebody called Jay Wolf.